Today I get to exact some revenge, and we are going to blindfold Cooper, hand him a bunch of stuff, and see if he knows what he's talking about. So stay tuned. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name's Chris McKee.
I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you want to support the channel, become a Patreon by following the link below and finding what it's about to become an Alamo Music Insider. So we are going to be doing this, and actually all of the insiders, you get to see this a long time before the rest of YouTube does, but we get to have revenge. You blindfolded me and handed me a bunch of Taylors, and I got it 89% correct.
99, what are you talking about?
99% correct. So we're going to see how Cooper does with some Telecasters today, some Smellicasters. I think this is actually a harder test.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, at least there's not going to be different body sizes like the previous one. You know, we'll see. I'm a little nervous, but I don't care if people know that I'm a moron. Even
if you get everything wrong, what I'm excited to hear about is the experience after the fact, because that was the craziest thing for me. It's like, regardless of what the models were, the differences in the sensory experience, not seeing what it was, like thinking certain bodies were bigger than they were. Yeah, that was totally interesting. So
yeah, I'm excited.
And you look very zen. You look like very Karate Kid, you know, with
I've been prepping, you know,
braid going on.
Yeah, totally. So it's just, you know, got to get my zone.
All right. Well, in your zone, go ahead and lower the blindfold. I'm going to go select some Telecasters, and we're going to be plugging them in, handing them to Cooper. You're going to tell us if you can figure out what they are. So.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it. All right. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Who's been here?
It's so weird. I can see like shadows, like right there with the light. That makes me think somebody's about to like, you know what I'm saying? Do a little,
it's just people walking by.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So first steps first. So I'm going to plug in a guitar. I'm going to hand you the guitar. And since they're Telecasters, we are going to let you feel around.
Yeah.
Okay? You're allowed to feel up and down the guitar. And of course, play it. The test is, can you determine what Tele it is? All right?
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And got the amp off of standby.
Feels pretty good. Who took did you guys take this hat off of
it was missing.
Oh,
yeah.
Missing, I mean, it comes in the box, right?
Yeah, probably.
I think I know what this is.
Okay.
Is this an American Pro 2 Telecaster?
Maybe. Maybe something else.
That's in key, right?
Sure. Yeah, I tuned them all up. Just like you did for me. I made sure everything was in tune. Can you guess the color of the guitar? Billy Corgan?
So it depends on if you brought this up from the warehouse or it was on the floor, because I know on the floor we got something maybe of the blue variety.
Yeah, there's a Lake Placid blue, Venteras, and all sorts of cool stuff. Cobra Blue Ultras.
So I think this is an American Pro 2 because these knobs, the carve on the back of the heel feels pretty rolled, and this doesn't just feel natural satin. It feels like a supernatural satin to me.
It feels supernatural satin. Okay.
Okay, that's my guess on that.
That's your guess. All right, cool. Let's See how you do with the next one. So.
Am I even facing like the right way?
No, we actually have your back to the camera.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't worry about it. It's all good. Hang on. You dropped that cable and it like
Oh, I'm sorry.
snaked all around.
I don't know what I'm thinking over here.
Well, it's like you can't even see what you're doing. It's an uncomfortable feeling, right? Waiting for a guitar to land.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is one of those flame top HH Telecasters.
You sure that's what you're gonna go with? Are you sure it's a Telecaster?
Well, it better be. Yes, that's what I'm going with.
Final answer?
Yes.
Okay.
It feels good to me, which means it's a good telly, which means it's probably that
Feels
one.
good to me. All right.
Do you want to stand by that guy?
Huh?
Do you want to put the amp on standby?
There you go. Okay.
I'll hold
you
the
gonna hold
cord
it
this time, yeah.
Then you gotta find where to. All right.
Huh?
Never mind.
Got it. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. I just work here. Okay.
Ready? Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah. What the heck? We need to keep track of these. Wow, this one is tougher. Because it sounds so good. What's the limit to which I can touch things?
You can feel all around.
Okay. What do we got going on here? Okay. I think that this is a Squier Telecaster. This is the one I'm least confident on.
Yeah. Could be a custom shop or.
We're not Andertons.
You don't think you'd mistake a custom shop? I could have brought my Baja Telly from home.
I think that this is a Squier Affinity Telecaster.
Final answer?
That's my final answer.
Okay. You're wondering how many you got wrong at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I unplug?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, actually, go ahead and unplug. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how many you got wrong yet. I'll let you cry later. But, you know, we're trying to be nice. I don't want to trip you up too much with weird stuff. So. All right, ready?
Yeah. That's heavy.
Rosewood, it can be very heavy.
I think that this is an offset Telecaster in mahogany. Because I know that no regular telly would ever weigh this much.
Did you ever play the George Harrison Rosewood one we got?
Yeah, that was pretty
That
heavy.
was pretty heavy. Yeah.
So I'm sticking with my answer because it's comfortable to sit with, like an offset should be. It's got a big old fat neck on it, like a linebacker, you know what I'm saying, guys? That's my final answer. Offset telly, mahogany. I Are these made in Japan? Is that model made in Japan? I believe so.
I think that model is made in Japan.
That's my final answer on this guy.
Okay. All right. You ready to see how many you got right?
I'm ready.
Okay. Go ahead and unplug that one. And you can take off your blindfold.
Hey, that's good for me. I'll hold this.
You can keep hold of that one. So yeah, you got them all right, 100%.
That's, well, I do have an unfair advantage. Also, it's blinding in here.
Yeah, that's true.
Did I mess up my hair? Am I all right? Josh, how am I looking?
You look pretty.
Looking good.
You look pretty.
So I will say, I had an unfair advantage because I have played all of these pretty recently.
Yeah, so you did a video kind of going
Yes.
through Telecasters. Yeah.
So that's sort of unfair. However, that one felt really good to me. The American Pro 2 felt great. So I was like, this has got to be something.
Yeah.
Or we're about to have a revelation of, like, you know,
how good Squires
how good,
can be.
yeah, Squires can be. The thing is, Squire did feel good too. It was those frets a little bit right up at the,
because it's not rounded off.
not super rounded.
It's squared.
I tried to think about neck finishes as well. So this is a really nice satin. This is glossy. The Squire has a pretty noticeable different kind of satin. Feels pretty raw, but not bad, you know. And it's pretty light. And then going from that to this is a heavy son of a gun, and this is probably the thickest neck of any Tele.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, there's a reason I picked this one.
Yeah.
One, to try to throw you off and mess with you, which failed miserably. But also, I was curious to see how the offset body would feel when you weren't seeing it.
Yeah.
Like if you would immediately go, this is not a Tele body.
It was, to be fair, it was a glossy, very thick neck that I was like, okay, this is something. The only other thing that I feel like it could have been right off the bat was the 50s Ventera, because that's glossy, very thick, fat 50s neck. But it definitely felt different. Like it pulls a little bit this way, but it's still balanced, but it's just, you know, it sits kind of differently, and it feels like a heavy duty guitar. But the knobs too.
Yeah.
The knobs.
Well, so the minute you hit the tone knob on the Pro 2, I was like, yeah, well, that's a giveaway for sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, I hadn't even thought about the neck.
Yeah.
That's definitely, you know, when you're up there.
The next time when it goes back to you, we're going to do electric comparison, just touch the neck.
Not touch any of the controls and see if you can tell.
Yeah, the controls,
what.
I felt confident before touching the controls, but this is like a big giveaway, which was me cheating. Also, it's nice that I felt a blue finish damage sticker.
Yeah, this one was the shipping
and
damage
I was like,
one.
there we go. I know which one has damage on it. You know, it was also a giveaway because they were all wildly out of tune. I got to talk to somebody over on that
These
side
are
of
all
the
from
store.
the sales
you know,
floor, yeah.
But then trying to tune up quickly, all of these have
Different tuners.
different tuners, I guess.
You know what? I knew you weren't entirely sure if this Miami Blue was a Pro 2 until you felt the tuners.
Yeah, I was like,
because you were feeling for those locking tuners.
I was like, does this lock? Because I might be.
You're like, this could be an Ultra.
And I didn't even think until I already did that. I played up here, and I did not feel an Ultra carve. I felt a Pro 2 style carve on the heel. So that was, you know, but they make it easy, I guess, to get the giveaways with Fender Electrics. Like,
I think if you're familiar with features, you know, but I have a question for you. So obviously the feel of the necks were different.
Yeah.
You could feel around and pick up on different things because you were aware of them.
Yeah.
You already said that just felt good.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and like we just said with the tuners, you knew they weren't locking, and that's how you knew, okay, it feels really good. It could be an Ultra. It's not an Ultra. It's a Pro 2. But how about the sound of all of them?
Sound, so that's interesting because on the Squire especially, I knew based on the neck that it was a Squire. However, there are so many Squires that do feel similar, and so I was like trying to hear the fatness of a humbucker or single coil. And I think the pickups actually sound pretty full and deep, the single coils on that one. I was trying to go for, this is obviously some hotness, some Seymour Duncan. And, you know, it's a different feel. I felt the kind of belly carve on that one. And this one has it too, you know, this one's basically Jazzmaster Jaguar body, so it's like, okay, that's pretty comfy. The Squire was, I think, the hardest one because of how vast that line is. And I was like, man, is this classic vibe? And then I remember classic vibes, glossy neck. So it's got to be like an Affinity or a Bullet. And that was the most, like, this is a guess, but I figured they did sound pretty single coily, and then I did not feel extra pick guard going around, so that was it for me. But yeah, they all felt good. This one is, I don't know, the Pro 2 feels very nice, feels very telly-y. This is probably the most comfortable guitar, you know, overall, out of all, I think. I don't know, it's tough, they're all good.
The Paul Reed Fender.
Paul Reed Fender, and those, it's like the carved top too, felt a little different here.
Versus just the flat.
I knew that there was going to be something that was like trying to throw me on a telly, not a telly, you know.
Cool. Well, so any other, you know, blindfolded observations that you took away from things?
It makes me wonder what, if you had to just leave one element, whether it be the neck or just sticking to one pickup and like no switching, what would make it the hardest to tell? I think that the neck maybe is the best giveaway.
Yeah, I think one of the things I've thought for a long, long time is, you know, pickups do improve as you go to more expensive electric guitars.
Yeah.
We know that. But I think the biggest jumps often, particularly with Fender, often take place with like the neck, the setup, the feel, that kind of stuff. In fact, there was a guy, I think it was Ron Thorne from the Custom Shop, was on the, spacing on the guy's YouTube channel. It's a really great, Know Your Gear. So he was talking to him, and he was talking about like, what's the difference between like a Squire and a Custom Shop? And a lot of it came down to like the real attention to detail on the setup, the feel of the guitar. And so I've always thought that, you know, before you ever plug it in and know what these sound like at all, that's usually, outside of the visual, that's usually kind of what grabs you, the feel of it.
So let me ask you this, is this longer scale than a typical telly?
No.
It's the same scale?
I believe it's the same scale.
Have you, I don't know if it's just...
Unless it's like a Jaguar scale, which would be shorter than a typical telly, because a telly's 25.5-inch scale length versus like 24 on a Jaguar.
I want you to feel this and tell me if those feel like thicker gauge strings.
They probably are. Yeah, it feels stiffer.
These are all pretty, I mean, these are all pretty slinky in the grand scheme. That did feel a little bit
well, you know, and I'm pretty sure, so these are probably 10s, and that's what Fenders used to come with. Yeah. And now they're coming with like 9s straight out of the, you know, out of the case. So that's probably what it is. Which it's funny because I used to use 11s.
It's hardcore.
Yeah, well, I was trying to be Stevie Ray Vaughan or something. I don't know what I was thinking. But then I went to 10s because I realized I was working too hard.
Yeah.
And then I, you know, really loved short scale guitars. So now I use a 9.5 to 44 hybrid set on my Fenders, which feels like a 10s on a Les Paul.
On a NYXLs or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
Elixir doesn't make a 9.5 set.
Yeah, they should. Doesn't Ernie Ball do like a hybrid slinky that's similar to that? I want to try that for sure because I'm kind of the same way. Like I like to tune down, and so I like really thick strings because 9s they get to whatever.
Right.
But I want to try it out.
Yeah, it's a good observation here. It does feel
a little tight. That's a heavy duty guitar for sure.
But I can still bend it.
Oh.
With 3 fingers, but anyways. Well, cool. This was fun. Was it fun?
Yeah, it was stressful for sure. I was very confident, and then I put the blindfold on. I was like, oh my God.
Now all the confidence is gone. But you did a great job.
Thank you.
You got it all right.
I figured you're going down to the warehouse and you're going to pull
tempting.
scary stuff. Next time we're gonna make it hard because we both got.
I
by
wish we
too
had one of those
easy.
troublemaker tellies in stock. That's like a
Oh,
Les
man.
Paul
Yeah.
Telecaster. That'd be.
That's
fun.
a cool telly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for going easy on me for sure. It was fun. I want to know what other blind tests would be in
I
demand.
think the next one I'd like to do is I'd like to hand you a bunch of different guitars, but not let you kind of feel all around and see what your
Let's do it. I'm
thoughts
down.
are. It'd be really cool not to just see if you can guess them right, but be like, oh, I really like this guitar, and it's
Yeah.
a guitar you don't typically play.
Let's do it. That sounds good to me.
Cool. Well, so next time we'll be doing some more. I will be blindfolded again. Cooper will be blindfolded again. We should blindfold Josh behind the camera and see like if anything's in focus after. So
And do a lighting blind test just based on the heat in the room.
exactly. If you would like to see some more blind tests and you have some ideas or thoughts about what we should do, definitely let us know in the comments below. If you are part of our Alamo Insider Group, you're watching this early, a lot earlier than everyone else on YouTube. And if you are watching this much later, maybe you should consider becoming an insider. Check out the link below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. Blindfold yourself, play your guitars, and see what you think. It's an experience. So thanks for watching.